हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, आज इस लेक्चर में हम डिस्कस करेंगे गॉस थ्योरम की कुछ एप्लीकेशंस। लास्ट 2 लेक्चर के अंदर हमने पढ़ा था गॉस थ्योरम के बारे में, गॉस लॉ क्या है, और उसके अलावा इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स के बारे में। आज इस लेक्चर में हम क्विक रिवाइज करेंगे एप्लीकेशंस ऑफ गॉस लॉ। ओके, सो लुक एट द बोर्ड। वी विल डिस्कसिंग आवर फर्स्ट एप्लीकेशन विच इज़ इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड ड्यू टू इनफाइनाइट लाइन चार्ज। इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड due to infinite line charge. तो first application we are doing, first application electric field रिवीजन कर रहे हैं हम चैप्टर 2 का। नेम ऑफ द चैप्टर इज गॉस लॉ एंड इट्स applications. First application is electric field due to a infinite, due to an infinite line charge. Due to infinite line charge, so due to infinite line charge, first of all make the diagram which is very clear that there is a line charge, a positive charge suppose spread on it. Okay, there is a positive charge spread all over the charge, so it will have electric field in all the directions, okay, like this, in this direction also, this direction also. Electric field can be emerge out from this direction also. So to complete this diagram, we have to assume a Gaussian surface. That surface should be symmetric with the diagram, as well as it is a closed surface. So it is the charge spread in length, so the cylinder will be an appropriate surface. So we will take a cylinder. Here this line, if charge is emanating from here, then what can we do? Here a lid at the bottom side also, so it is the complete diagram. Now mark the different areas so that we can calculate area vectors. So mark here S1, S2, and one curved surface. So take this surface and we will name this surface as 3. So electric field in this side, and this ds is also in this side. Both are in same side, so theta will be 0 degree. Here electric field is in this side, angle, area vector of ds, the surface, so the angle will be 90 degree. Here the electric field is in this direction, and area vector due to this surface is like this. So this is electric field and this is area vector. So we can say that the theta is equal to 90 degree. Okay, so there is a symmetry. It is a 0 degree due to one curved surface, then due to two circles. Now we have covered all the areas. 3 एरिया हमने इसमें बनाए, S1, S2, S3, उनके एरिया वेक्टर एरिया के परपेंडिकुलर निकाल दिए और देखा कि कहाँ पे इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड की डायरेक्शन जो थी वो सेम डायरेक्शन में थी और कहाँ पे इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड अपोजिट डायरेक्शन में थे या परपेंडिकुलर थे। तो ये डायग्राम हमारा कंप्लीट हुआ। अब इसके बाद में हमें क्या करना है, इसके बाद में हमें निकालना है देयरफॉर टोटल फ्लक्स will be EDS due to S1 E dot ds plus EDS due to S2 plus EDS due to S3 is equal to Q upon epsilon naught. And suppose the charge spread, the radius of the cylinder is small r, the radius of cylinder is small r, and charge spread on it is Q. Then we can write here, after solving, EDS cos theta. What is the value of cos theta for S1? For S1 surface is 90 degree, 90 plus EDS cos. What is the value of cos theta for S2? It is also 90 degree, and EDS cos. What is the value for S3? Cos 0, because the area vector and electric field are in same direction. Cos 0 degree is equal to Q upon epsilon naught. So cos 90 is 0, so this part will become 0. Cos 90 is 0, this part will become 0, and this part cos 0 is 1, so there will be left only part S1, S2, S3. Only S3 will be left. So S3 is equal to, E is constant, so take out the integration ds, EDS inside the integration, because there is a small surface ds. Then we will have to calculate the area of complete curved surface, that is 2 pi RL. E is constant, so take outside the integration, and here at the place of Q we can put the formula of linear charge integration, and the formula for linear charge integration you can check here. Lambda is equal to Q upon L. Charge per unit length is called linear charge density. So Q is equal to lambda into L. Q is equal to lambda into L. Okay, so we can put here. So at the place of Q we can write lambda L, linear charge density, upon epsilon naught. Next step, this will be solved. So look at the board, pause and then write down. I am erasing it right now. So after this, EDS, so we can write E into the area, integration of area 2 pi RL is equal to lambda L upon epsilon naught. So L and L will cancel out each other, so E will be lambda upon 2 pi R epsilon naught. Or we can write, if we multiplied it and divide it by 2, multiply and divide it by 2, then we will have 4 pi epsilon naught and 2 here. 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught is called K. So we can write 2K lambda upon R. So this is the electric field due to an infinite linear charge. Write down. Then we will revise the electric field intensity due to uniformly charged non-conducting infinite sheet. Uniformly charged non-conducting infinite sheet. Okay, so here I will erase this. Okay, So the next one is electric field due to infinite long non-conducting sheet and we have considered for all the applications, we have considered this for all the applications that these all surfaces are uniformly charged. The linear wire was also uniformly charged, the surface is also uniformly charged. So we'll calculate. First of all, make a diagram. Fill the charge inside it. So we'll have a rough sketch here. Charge, and this charge reflects its effect at both the sides of the sheet. So what will happen? The electric field due to first emerging out from the surface, so it will spread in length. To cover the length, we'll have a cylinder. Okay, we have a cylindrical Gaussian surface we will assume, and then we integrate to calculate the entire surface. So make a diagram like this. Assumed a cylinder okay, this is a cylindrical surface. So we can calculate and assume the various parts on the surface. So the electric field will be in this direction and surface is also in this direction. So we can write here. First of all, mention the different areas S1, S2 and the curved surface S3. The curved surface, suppose S3, this curved surface S3. Okay. Now electric field is in this direction and the area vector also in this direction, because area vector is always perpendicular to the area. Now area vector for this is perpendicular to the area ds, but electric field is in this direction. So here theta is equal to 0, here theta is equal to 90 degree, and electric field also, because the surface is non-conducting, so the charge will spread at the both the sides equally, and it will have electric field in this side also. Okay, so there is E in this side and ds is also in this side. So for this the theta will be 0 degree. So we can calculate like we have done before for the linear charge. Okay. Okay, so look at the board. First of all, different parts. S1 EDS for S1 plus EDS for S2 plus EDS for S3, and this will be Q upon epsilon naught. Okay, so we will solve the dot product and it will give us cos theta. For S1 the theta is 0, for S2 the theta is 0, and for S3 the theta is 90 degree. So we can write here S1 EDS cos 0 plus EDS cos 0 and for the last surface S3 it is also, now it is cos 90 degree is equal to q upon epsilon naught. So we will solve here, we will get EDS, this is 0, and at the place of q we can write sigma s. Okay, so what will be left? Because of cos 90 this part is 0, so the remaining part will be EDS. E is constant, so take outside of the integration, ds plus E ds is equal to, at the place of q we can write the surface charge density, q is equal to sigma s upon epsilon naught. Now the integration of ds we can assume it capital S, the integration of es we can assume it capital S, so we can write es plus es is equal to sigma s upon epsilon naught. This is 2es and sigma s upon epsilon naught. S cancel and 2 will go at that side, so E will be sigma upon 2 epsilon naught, sigma upon 2 epsilon naught. This will be the required result due to a plane sheet, uniformly charged conducting plane sheet. So note down it quickly, then we will revise the another one. Which is okay, I think that you must have written it, so I will erase this and we will discuss the next application. 1 2 3. Electric field due to uniformly charged conducting, uniformly charged. The first sheet was non-conducting, this sheet was conducting. Electric field due to uniformly charged conducting sheet, uniformly charged conducting sheet. So it is in the same way but a little bit different from the last one. So first of all make the diagram so you can memorize the things. You will be able to memorize the things if you will make a complete clear diagram. Okay. We are assuming this conducting sheet, so there are charge inside the sheet. Okay, so we will assume that the charge will spread its electric field in length, because for positive charge the electric field lines are emerging out. So we will consider again a cylinder for this. make a clear diagram. Now we can assume the surfaces. Now we can assume the surfaces here, but what will happen, that suppose we are considering the surface S1 here, okay, S1 this surface, and S2 this surface, and we can assume S3 this surface, S3. Why we are not considering this surface? Because this is a conducting sheet and the electric field presenting at this side will not have any effect in that side, okay. The last one was non-conducting sheet. So in non-conducting sheet the charge can lie inside the surface, but for conducting sheet we know that for a hollow sphere or a conducting sheet, in a hollow conductor and conducting any kind of conducting surface, the charge will come at the surface automatically. The charge will lies on the surface, okay. So inside this electric field is zero inside the surface because it has some width. Conductor plate have some width. So inside this plate the electric field will be zero. So this side of electric field of this side will not be in that side. So we can calculate in two way. First of all write this and then we will calculate, ठीक है. तो देखिए S1 वही सब के लिए लिखेंगे हम, EDS for S1, EDS for S2, EDS for S3 is equal to Q upon epsilon naught. So for this we can solve here EDS cos for S1. The area vector will be in this side, electric field is also in this side, so the theta will be 0. For this area vector is in this side and electric field is that side, theta will be 90 degree, and for this E is equal to 0, so we will not have to calculate anything, ठीक है. यहाँ तो हमें कुछ कैलकुलेट करना ही नहीं पड़ेगा. किस वजह से नहीं करना पड़ेगा? क्योंकि सरफेस के अंदर तो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड ही ज़ीरो है, तो सब कुछ ज़ीरो हो जाएगा. तो देखिए बच्चों, यहाँ पे इसको सोल्व करेंगे तो आप लिखेंगे ई बाहर रहेगा, यहाँ पे एंगल आएगा कोस 0. पूरा कर देता हूँ, फिर आप बोलोगे कि सर शॉर्ट में कर देते हैं. EDS S1 के लिए एंगल आएगा कोस 0 क्योंकि एरिया वेक्टर और इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड सेम डायरेक्शन में है. S2 के लिए आएगा ये 90 डिग्री, EDS कोस 90 डिग्री. और जो सरफेस 3 है इसके लिए ये आएगा EDS, तो वहाँ तो E 0 हो जाएगा, ठीक है ना. एज इट इज़ लिख देते हैं हम EDS cos थीटा इज इक्वल टू Q अपॉन एप्सिलॉन नॉट. यहाँ सोल्व किया 0 0, यहाँ पे E की जगह 0 रखेंगे तो हमारे पास हो जाएगा EDS फॉर S1, दिस इज फॉर क्लोज इंटीग्रेशन, इट विल बी 0 एंड सिंस E इज इक्वल टू 0 यहाँ पे हम लिख देंगे, अलग से लिख देंगे 0 इज इक्वल टू Q अपॉन एप्सिलॉन नॉट फॉर S3, सरफेस 3 के लिए E इज इक्वल टू 0. यहाँ तो E 0 होगा तो ये हो जाएगा E इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ DS इज S इज इक्वल टू एट द प्लेस ऑफ सिग्मा S surface charge density upon epsilon naught S will cancel out, so the result will be E is equal to sigma upon epsilon naught. So it is 2 times of non-conducting sheet, the non-conducting plane sheet, it is 2 times of that value because that was half sigma upon 2 epsilon naught, here sigma upon epsilon naught. So it is the result, okay. we can do it in just one another way, like if the charge is coming at the back side of the plate, if the charge coming in this side, okay, and we assumed the surface S3 here, okay, surface S3 here or S4 here, S4, then the area vector will be in this direction, okay. So how can we calculate that one? For these three, you know, the result will be sigma upon epsilon naught, okay. But for this, what we will write at the end, okay, look at this, what we can write. For this, the theta will be 0, so what will be left? According to last equation, E ds for S4, for सरफेस, बिकॉज cos थीटा 0 होगा, सेम डायरेक्शन में है, एक ये वाला बचेगा क्योंकि उधर है, ठीक है, इसको कर लीजिए, E को बाहर निकालिए, ds लिखिए S1 के लिए, और तब आप देखेंगे कि जब आप Q की जगह सिग्मा S लिखेंगे तो एक सरफेस ये, एक सरफेस ये, अगर आप दोनों ही सरफेस कैलकुलेट कर रहे हैं तो आप लिखेंगे सिग्मा इंटू 2S अपॉन एप्सिलॉन नॉट, ठीक है। अगर हम दोनों ही सरफेस का इफेक्ट ले रहे हैं, क्योंकि हम जानते हैं बीच में तो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड 0 होगा, या तो इस तरफ ले ले, या अब दोनों ही सरफेस का ले रहे हैं तो सरफेस भी 2 हो गई, ds का इंटीग्रेशन तो s होगा, तो ये हो जाएगा 2es, दोनों को जोड़ेंगे तो, और ये हो जाएगा 2 इंटू सिग्मा एस अपॉन एप्सिलॉन नॉट, 2 से 2 कैंसिल होगा, s से s होगा, और तब भी आप देखेंगे यही आएगा सिग्मा अपॉन एप्सिलॉन नॉट। तो हमने देखा था इस स्टेप के बाद में अगर S4 और एक सरफेस ली तो दो सरफेस अगर हम अज्यूम करेंगे तो 2S लिखेंगे, या और फिर अगर सोल्व कर लेंगे तो सिग्मा अपॉन एप्सिलॉन नॉट ही आ जाएगा, क्योंकि प्लेन शीट जो ली थी हमने उसकी पूरी सरफेस को एक ही माना था, पर यहाँ पे किसी कंडक्टर प्लेट की हमने कोई विड्थ मानी है तो 2 सरफेस होगी उसके अंदर, ठीक है। तो 2S लगाना मत भूलिएगा। तो अगर आप पुराने तरीके से भी करेंगे, जैसे आपने प्लेन नॉन कंडक्टिंग शीट के लिए किया था, तब आप देखेंगे कि सेम ही आ जाएगा, बस यहाँ 2S लिखेंगे तो सिग्मा अपॉन एप्सिलॉन नॉट ही आ जाएगा, ठीक है। ये हो गया आपका प्लेन शीट की वजह से। ओके, तो बच्चों ये हमने लगभग 3 एप्लीकेशन आज इस लेक्चर में पढ़ ली है अभी, और 3 एप्लीकेशन बची है शायद हमारे स्फेरिकल शेल की, कंडक्टिंग शेल की और नॉन कंडक्टिंग शेल की, या फिर हम बोल सकते हैं स्फेरिकल शेल, नॉन कंडक्टिंग स्फेयर एंड कंडक्टिंग स्फेयर। ये 3 एप्लीकेशन अभी हमारे पास लेफ्ट है। इसके अलावा फोर्स ऑन द सरफेस ऑफ चार्ज कंडक्टर एंड एनर्जी डेंसिटी, ये 2 और डेरिवेशन हमें पढ़ना है, वो हम करेंगे नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में। थैंक यू फॉर नाउ।